there were some kids I spent a lot of time with trying to get them on track, trying to understand the path they're taking is not the path that's going to get them where they want to go. And it's day to day. Unfortunately, the parents get tired of hearing from us. But even then, the task is the same: to get them to be successful, to understand, what it takes to dig themselves out of something and to rise above.
So you shared it. I think you answered the question I was thinking of. You went from high school to elementary, and that must have been like a complete sticker shock. I mean, you went from being college professor on that track to be a professor to public education in high school, and that what you just shared, that sticker shock and how that was different. And then you went to be an
Absolutely.
AP assistant principal, and that there's a different challenge. What's an example of a challenge that you might face day to day as an assistant principal that we have no idea about here at the listeners? What's it? Yeah, what's that challenge?
I don't think people understand how big of an impact a good assistant principal can have on kids.
Mhm.
Whether it's helping them academically get through something to help them be persistent and graduate, or whether it's intervening when their behavior is not where it should be. Um, there were some kids I spent a lot of time with trying to get them on track, trying to understand the path they're taking is not the path that's going to get them where they want to go. Um, and it's day to day. Unfortunately, the parents get tired of hearing from us. But even then,
Mm.
you know, the task is the same: to get them to be successful, to understand, what it takes to dig themselves out of something and to rise above. Um, so I don't think the public quite knows also the heart of the AP, because unfortunately, a lot of their role is discipline, books, buses, and just kind of managing facilities and that sort of thing. Although they're called to be instructional leaders, but the best part of that job is the relationships you build with kids, especially the ones that some folks just kind of give up on, and then seeing them walk across the stage or promote to the next grade level, or once they get out of school, the success that they become, whether they become parents, whether they become industry leaders, or whether they're, having a consistent job and showing up every day. And you had a hand in helping them to help them
Mm.
persevere through whatever's happening in their life.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's fast forward a little bit here. Let's go from Kentucky to South Carolina, where you are now. When did that happen, and what was that experience for you and Stephanie?
All right. So, I talked about the network of support.
Hmm.
And so in Kentucky, we had that. For 9 years, we remained there. And I think that was a God thing because, being called there, but also um, I couldn't do what I'm doing now without having that network of support to help build me up and build my family up, to take a risk and to go out and do the work that needed to be done in South Carolina. Also, the mission work of being in schools and having an impact with kids and helping them in the same way we did in Kentucky, just a different mission field. Um, my wife was able to get some experience and some in her role to expand and to do some things differently. She was able to start her own business and to help kids and help families on her own without being associated with a hospital, if in that way. So that gave her the confidence in order to step out and do that. The experiences that I gained in Kentucky in that community gave me the confidence to be able to go and lead um, in a different way. But also being here has helped me become I think, a better educator. And that has a positive impact for kids because it's a different set of challenges. It's a different environment. It's a different culture. And in the end, it's all good. And it helps us become better at what we do so that the kids that we have an impact on have a better outcome.
Mm.
So we took that leap because of opportunities for us to grow, opportunities for our children to grow, to experience different things. Over here in South Carolina, it's quite a bit different than Western Kentucky. It was coal fields and cornfields, and there's more to it than that. But that's kind of the general landscape. And then here it's quite a bit different in that regard. We're close to Charlotte, that has some draws to it. the geography has some draws to it too. You know, you got the mountains 2 hours away, you got the beach 2 hours away, and just secondary opportunities, post-secondary opportunities for the children as well.